Should churches charge money for funerals? The longer I'm in ministry, the more I lean towards saying no, but it really depends on a couple of different things. First, it depends on whether a church sees funerals as part of its ministry to people. If hosting funerals is part of your ministry to grieving families, then you shouldn't charge for that any more than you would charge for Sunday morning worship. Any expenses for funerals should be paid for by the church. It should come out of the regular church budget, just like any other regular ministry program or activity. Now, a lot of churches distinguish between members and non-members here. They consider funerals to be part of their regular ministry to members, but not to non-members. So a funeral for a non-member would basically be just renting out the church as a venue, and so churches might charge for that expense like any other venue would. And I think that's mostly understandable and justifiable, but it's not always simple. For example, where exactly do you draw the line on membership? Do you only do free funerals if the deceased was a member of the church, or also if the deceased was a relative of a member of the church? What about in-laws? What about really good friends? There's a lot of nuance to consider, and whatever decisions a church makes should be clearly expressed in writing for everyone involved, so that everyone knows what to expect. Now, that being said, I think churches should be sympathetic to the already high costs of the death of a loved one. The cheapest, realistic option for most people is going to be cremation and then keeping the remains at home, but even that is going to cost well over $1,000. Then if you add burial or interment at a cemetery, that's at least another $1,000 on top of that. And in the case of embalming and the burial of a casket, that can be several $1,000s more. And all of that is before they even come to the church to ask to host a funeral. If people have enough money on hand, it's not that big of a deal, but a lot of people don't, and somehow it feels wrong to charge even more on top of that to host a funeral. Now, I don't think churches should be shamed into offering free funerals for everybody. A church might just decide, hey, this is something we do for our members and we don't do it for anybody outside of that, so it's a non-issue. I think that's fine, but for churches who have the means to do so, I think it would be such a powerful ministry to offer free or very low-cost funerals to members of the community. If you have strong opinions on this question, please let me know in the comments. Just make sure to keep it respectful. Thanks for watching.